Welcome to our first episode of the Card Authority mini-cast. We thought we'd bring this special bulletin to you today, and obviously you can see our smiling faces and obviously AJ's fantastic gold microphone. But we've had lots of breaking news this afternoon, so we thought we'd get up a little quick bulletin for everyone on the eve of the Dominance pre-sale. AJ, welcome to the show as always.
Well, absolutely, mate. Good to be here for our first ever breaking news minicast that we've got going on. And what a day it has been in the world of AFL and NBA cards in Australia. It's been monumental. It's huge. There is a lot going on, and we're just going to try and snap through some of it really quickly here for not only our listeners, but all of a sudden we are having viewers today.
Indeed. And so obviously you'll be able to catch this not only on our usual Facebook and Twitter channels, but you can also catch this on SoundCloud and Apple iTunes and on the website. So AJ, let's cut straight to it. There was some huge news today in an NBA break. Do you want to fill the viewers in on what happened?
Yeah, for those in the NBA world, I'm sure they're seeing the video doing the rounds at the moment. But some breakers in Melbourne from MJ's Breaking Cards, who are actually a couple of gentlemen I know, who ironically, one of them just came past my house to pick up a 180-point one-touch holder, which we talked about in episode 2, actually, protection, because those guys have just plucked out the 0-1 of 99 Zion Williamson patch auto from National Treasures. This isn't just big for Australia. This is big for the world. I don't even know how you value it, but in my opinion, that's got to be 120, 130,000 US dollars based on other sales. And, right now, Cherry Collectibles has a Zion patch, the logo man, listed on eBay for 500,000. So, a serious card has come out today. It's huge. It is breaking news. It is global. It is global news for NBA right now. So congratulations to the guys over at MJ Breaks, but also Mr. Michael McCulloch, who is a known man in the NBA scene in Australia, and he is very consistent from my understanding with his breaking. So congratulations there, Michael. What an absolute monster, and enjoy that 180-point one touch that the card's coming in, sir.
So, AJ, just to give, I guess, listeners that might not be, we've got a lot of people that get into AFL cards, and a price that, that much is just completely unthinkable. Obviously it's an incredibly rare card, but how likely is it to hit a card like this? Is it absolutely like winning Tats Lotto? Like, do many of these cards come out? Is it a perfect combination of it being Zion, it being number one, all those sorts of things? What makes this card so special?
Yeah, so a couple of things. NBA product, it's really hard to forecast what your chances are in terms of your percentages or anything like that, because they don't publish how much product is created.
Right.
They don't, the collation in NBA is not guaranteed. It works on a basis of averages, but there's also, I believe you can't actually work out how much they produce because a lot of stuff isn't actually numbered within the series too. Now, this particular card we're talking about, this is a very premium product. And the way it worked out, actually, I'm not sure if people know, but MJs were running a public break, and this gentleman had bought into the break. I believe he bought the last spot in the break, and he went hitless, I believe, in that break. And he's turned around on the live stream to the breakers, to the guys running it, and said, you know what, I've gone hitless. Break me a personal. I want to break a personal box of that exact product. Now, unless my numbers are wrong, I believe that product is in that $6,000 to $7,000 range. So that gentleman certainly had a crack at it. He pulled out a big whack of money right there, and it's money that's paid off. Now, in regards to this particular one, it's a card numbered to 99. However, it is number 01 of 99. Not just the first card in circulation, but also the jersey number. Yep. It is Zion Williamson, a player that is being hailed as a generational superstar. He's being compared to your Kobe's and your LeBrons and your Michael Jordans. He's from a rookie class that's a 1 in 10 or 12 year rookie class that's come through. The speculation on this guy is huge. His rookie cards are going for thousands of dollars. His autos are going for tens of thousands, and he's certainly had cards, patches and patch autos that I believe have sold for well into the hundreds of thousands now. This is as big as it gets for NBA. We've talked about, LeBron rookie sold a few weeks ago for 1.8 million US, and we had the baseball card go last week for 4 million US. All good and proper. This is $100,000 plus card that's just been hitting an Australian break on a personal box of someone. It's incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah, and look, it is amazing. And I guess it probably touches back on what we talked about in episode 2, where you can go into a break, and albeit we acknowledge for people out there listening going, well, shit, this was a $6,000 box. This is not necessarily affordable to everybody, but it just shows that you can have a little bit of a smaller sniff and take a little bit of a chance and then suddenly come out with an absolute monster hit. And obviously all the moons are aligning here. All the moons are aligning.
Absolutely.
But this is the dream.
It's the dream for someone to hit a card like that. Someone would be happy to hit a $10,000 card, let alone a $100,000 card. I can tell you the breakers who I know quite well, both Jono and Mitch, and a big shout out to the guys. And
they do great work.
They were only breaking at one of their houses, which is not far from my place. Hence why they came past and picked up the 180.1 touch. But the guys are obviously freaking out about it too, that have just broken the product. And as I said, the video is certainly doing the rounds and it's very exciting. But, what's really interesting is that the guys, before they did the break and before they broke that particular product of National Treasures, which is a super, super premium quality product, they make it very clear it is very high risk, but can also be very high reward. Yep. And today, that high reward paid off. And what's incredible is I have a feeling this was the first day they were breaking National Treasures product.
Wow.
So awesome. Quite amazing. And no doubt there'll be a massive rush on that now as well. So very exciting for all involved, but exciting for Australia, the Australian card market in general, and how it continues to put us on the map in what is a huge global phenomenon that's going on around sports trading cards at the moment. So incredible at an international level, and fantastic stuff.
And look, as you said, we obviously know the guys there, and there's no bias towards that. We know Jono, and he's a great guy, and they put on an absolutely fantastic show for their breakers. So no doubt MJ's is probably going to have a few new members in their group today, I would suspect. But really well done, and I couldn't agree with you more. This is something that gives notoriety to what we're doing down here in Australia, which is a tiny community in comparison to the US community. But it's fantastic that we can have a huge hit like that, and this will be circulated through all the cardboard networks over the next couple of days because it's an absolute monster hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just great for all the breakers in general, and all those break sites and break pages. As you just said, we know those guys, but there's certainly no bias. And I'm conscious that a number of different breakers are also sitting on that National Treasures product. So for all our listeners and viewers out there, if you're keen to get involved in one of those NBA breaks and in the super high-end product, the guys at MJ's are breaking it at the moment. I think Jules and the guys over at EJ's are also breaking it at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's a few of the guys over in WA are breaking it at the moment. Cherry obviously has a lot of different stuff going on. So make sure you jump online, do your research, and see who's got the best breaks going around. And maybe you could be the next person to pick up a $150,000 card in a break. Unbelievable.
Absolute dream. A dream. Well, while we're talking about breaking news, obviously we touched a little bit on episode 2 about the impending release of Dominance, which is going to be pre-sold tomorrow morning. We're recording this Sunday afternoon. That's going to be pre-released tomorrow morning. So hopefully everyone gets it in their hands on Thursday. We talked a little bit about the speculation of what was actually going to be the next couple of releases. And I mean, we were pretty close. AJ. They've pulled a rabbit out of the hat today and announced there is going to be an additional influential card.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here first. On episode 2. AJ and AJ were throwing some wild spec. Looks like we almost were certainly on the right path in terms of the last previews being a bit of the unknown. However, that it would end up being 2 sets of hits. And I think that gives us an extra case hit and lends towards the idea that this product is now very, very loaded. And I think exactly what we talked about the other day we are going to see all sorts of people buying up this product at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to see collectors, we're going to see speculators, breakers, flippers, stock hoarders, whatever you want to call them. People will be jumping on board. They've brought out the extra hit. It's an influential today. We've got the replacement for the high flyers, which looks to be working from retrospective superstar moments. I'm a Saints man. I'm already thinking it's going to be Nick Riewoldt, but who knows? Because these players don't play AFL any longer, which means Select has to have gone out and done independent deals with each of these players and their representation that they have on the cards, as well as then going through the AFL and AFL Players Association, AFL media in terms of those images, which would be owned by the AFL as well. So very exciting stuff on both the high flyer number to 60, but the one that they really whipped out, and it was about an hour after they did the preview this morning, preview 14, which was the high flyer. About an hour later, they brought out an influential, which I think was completely unexpected. We thought we were going to see another preview tomorrow morning, and that has it has set the AFL card collecting community on fire this afternoon. And the conversation and the chatter and all the talk, it's exciting. This is what it's all about. I love going into the releases. I love the days leading into the release, and I love that first couple of weeks of release as well. Just the excitement, the anticipation, and then to be busting that stock open and busting open those packets and boxes, mate. What a day, and what a next few days ahead. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And I guess, look, I don't know about you. I was a little bit flat this morning. When they released the high flyer, I thought that we were going to get two different cards, and my heart sank a little bit. I'm like, older players, high flyers again. Is this going to be a bit of a problem? And then bang, influential came out and all my group chats just lit up. Everyone was excited. Then the speculation started running absolutely berserk. Who will be the Richmond influential? Who will be the Hawthorn influential? All that sort of stuff. And I think that's going to give some really good talk and good chat over the next couple of days before we see the checklist, which should get released Thursday morning, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. So checklist normally comes out on the actual day of release. And normally what will happen is there's some of those people that pick up wholesale product that ended up with that product the night before release. And I've seen, in my experience, the checklists have leaked out sort of the night before as well. But I'll be honest, AJ, like at this point, all anyone cares about on the checklist is the player representation.
Sure.
But there's no denying now, these are loaded cases, loaded boxes. There are hits to be had. Now, I've done a little breakdown here of what I think the hit ratio is going to be. Sure. And again, it's speculation, but I'll have a crack at it. So to me, I'm looking at a case breakdown as follows. For those who don't know, a case is 12 boxes, all sealed up straight out of the factory. You get a special case card in there that does not come in those packets or those boxes. It comes separate and loose in the case, and we don't know what those are going to be. But we'll put that aside for now, and let's talk about what we think is in these boxes. This is how I've got it. Normally, in Dominance last year, there were 4 case hits. You had a captain signature guaranteed, a dominance card guaranteed, and 2 high flyers guaranteed. This is what I've got it at this time around. Captain signature guaranteed 1 per case. Dominance high flyers guaranteed 2 per case. Influential guaranteed at least 1 per case, and the dominance card 1 per case. Now I've got it. If they're representing 18 clubs with that influential, every second case or 1 in 2 cases should have an extra influential in it, and you will then get 6 case hits. We are going from 4 case hits to a guarantee of 5, and then we're going to take that 5 to 6 hits on every second case. And then what it looks like is 1 in 7 cases will have the captain's signature replaced by the Kennedy next generation signature. So it's a loaded product. There is no doubt about it. Demand is going to be huge. I'm in 2 different camps here. I can't figure out what's going on, because I'll tell you what, if all the people that are telling me they're going out and buying this, and then all the people they know that are buying it, we're already going to be looking at a record pace for the sellout here. But are we looking at something that's going to sell out in under 10 minutes? Very possibly. Does Select have the bandwidth on their website to handle the traffic? I hope so, because I'm sure they know by now the hype train is well and truly pulling into their station at 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, look, I came to sort of the same calculations as well, that you're looking at sort of 5 or 6 case hits uh, per case. And then, of course, you've got your DPSs, which is your draft pick signatures as well. So there's going to be a chance that 7, 8 boxes out of every 12 are going to have a decent hit. On top of all the hollows and all that kind of stuff, there's going to be really some very good boxes in every case. The other thing I think that's really exciting too is that, we talk a little bit about what the allocation is going to be of these high flyers.
Yeah, spot on. My expectation would be that you're going to get 6. Sorry, the sound sort of just it must have lagged or something.
No, that's right. That's your dial-up internet there, AJ. I've told you to get that fixed.
Yeah, there you go, mate. An NBN coming at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, my friend. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So there's going to be 6 players' inks and 6 draft pick signatures. So every single box has a signature card. So that's your box hit. But what it looks like is minimum of 5 and possibly 6 of those boxes in the case are also going to have a case hit in them as well, which is it really is unprecedented. Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, look, obviously, we just wanted this little mini cast there to fill in all the listeners on a couple of the really exciting things that have happened today. As you can tell by AJ, he's absolutely jumping out of his chair with excitement. I'm thrilled. I can't wait. And it should be really exciting. And we can't wait to do our normal podcast for you on Thursday night, or by some miracle Wednesday night if we happen to get some stock earlier. But yeah, I'd say we'll certainly give everyone a first look, and hopefully we've had some good hits in boxes that we've opened. And it'll be really exciting. We can't wait to talk about dominance on Thursday night with everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us for our first session of breaking news on the Card Authority with AJ and AJ.
Have a good evening, and we will see you guys all during the week.
Yep, can't wait. Great week ahead. See you soon.